Fk8 tuning and development, Ruthenium plugs. And why do I say that you have to use this very expensive tool to gap them properly? Well, first, you can find these plugs on fk8td.com, and you can contact me on the number provided below, Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Back to the Ruthenium plugs. What's so special? Let's start there. This tip, okay, and maybe it's difficult to see on there, but you can see there is a little square electrode there. That is, in NGK's term, PSPE, platinum square protruding electrode. That is part of what makes this plug special. The other thing is, in order for this plug to function at its best, you need to have that ground strap, where that square electrode is, to be perpendicular from the output electrode. In order to do that when you're gapping the plug, this very expensive tool is required. Now, I know there's some of you are going to disagree, and that's fine, okay? But this is part of the recipe which I use to achieve 700 wheel horsepower. Little differences can add up to big differences. Now, there are other gappers out there and sites like Burger Motorsports and some on Amazon. And there's a generic one on Amazon that looks kind of like this, but I can assure you it does not function like this. Now, you may insert the plug and it may compress the plug also, but when it comes down to actually gapping the plug, the problem is all of the other ones that I've used, no matter how much I tried, no matter what technique I tried, that electrode, that ground strap electrode, ended up being bent like this. And that reduces the efficiency of the spark plug, and therefore reducing some of the benefit that you pay for. Now, I chose 20 thousandths gap because that is the gap that has worked best for fuel efficiency, okay, fuel economy, drivability, and high horsepower. I have not changed the gap size in any of the horsepower range that I've made, all the way up to 707 wheel horsepower. That gap has worked using the factory ignition coils. Nothing special, just the factory ignition coils. The other thing is, when you are gapping plugs, a lot of people seem to think that I put this size in, I tighten it down, I back it out, and it's exactly where it needs to be. Wrong. You have to put in a smaller size. See, metal deforms. So you can see I'm bending this and it goes back. Well, the same thing with a ground strap. It bends and it comes back. And metal, if it didn't bend or flex at all, it would just explode and shatter. That's why some things are brittle, because they don't deal with bending or flexing well. But the plugs do, and they do because, well, they have to go through a lot of heat cycles, and they're going to expand and shrink and expand and shrink, and if they were just rock solid, they would just shatter. So when I'm gapping the plug, the unique thing about this is that this tool, okay, using the technique that I use with this tool, this ground strap always comes out perpendicular. So again, you can find these at fk8td.com, and hit the subscribe and the like. Guys, it's really not that hard. Just hit the subscribe, and as soon as this channel starts bringing some revenue, it's just going to go back into development on the car, so that for owners like you who want something else, something more out of their Fk8, I'm going to try to bring it for you. So thank you again for tuning in, and that's all I have for you today.